Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Ronnie. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to talk about, well, what do you do when you don't have any money and you're in debt? I know I had that feeling previous in my early 20s, let's say. The reason why I made this video is because I'm sure there's bound to be people out there who is currently you don't have any money, you're working full-time or hard as you can, however you're in so much debt that you don't know where to begin. There is, solution-wise, there's only a handful, but these are the two that I know of. You either, one, sell off your asset to minimize the debt, two, increase your income. So if your income is limited, then you gotta sell your asset. Now, if you don't have any asset, then you have to increase your income. There's no if or but about it. That's it. That's the formula that I use. I remember at one stage I was a lot in debt. Now, people always say there's a good debt and a bad debt. Well, debt is a debt. The way I look at things now, a mortgage is a debt. A car payment is a debt. A credit card is a debt. Those are the common debt that I've seen so far. So if you're, example, in a mortgage anyway. So if you have a property and you have a mortgage and you cannot service that mortgage for whatever reason, or it's costing you money, negatively gearing, costing you money every week, it costs you, let's say, $100 per week or so, that's a bad debt. In a sense, like, it's a debt that you have to service the loan for over a period of time. Some people say a good debt is the one that actually put a cash flow in your pocket. It's still a debt. A debt is a debt. So the less debt that you have, the better lifestyle that you have from experience. That's how I see things now. Now, in my life, I try to not to have any debt because, well, having no debt is a lot more easier, and life is a lot more simpler when you don't have any debt. So, at one stage, we had a lot of, I guess, debt in terms of our property, our mortgage, let's say, and realizing that it deteriorated our lifestyle. I was working really hard as I can, possibly can. If I can do it, I'll work 8 days out of 7 and 26 out of 24 hours if I can. But realistically, it's humanly impossible. So in order to eliminate that debt, I sell off a lot of my asset and changing it somehow into a positively geared property. So an asset that actually generating you an income every week instead of costing me every week. So there's that one, selling an asset that way. The other option would be, let's say if you owe a mortgage of $400,000 and the property now valued at $500,000, so you can sell that debt because you don't want to service the loan anymore, then you should be able to, after all admin costs, possibly, if you're lucky, there would be bound to be about a profit of $100,000 or less. There's that aspect. The other one would be increasing your income. Now, when you're increasing an income, that would mean you're required to have possibly a second job. If you're single, then it's probably a good idea, because, and if you're, let's say, on your entry point of your life, of I guess your career path, then yeah, by all means, get a second job. That's the other option. But there's only so much time that you can do that before you become burned out as well. Let's say if you work, your Monday to Friday, and then plus increase that to another day and another day, so you're working 7 days a week, your lifestyle will be deteriorating. So there's that option. holding up on into a bad, not a bad, more like not a good portfolio, it would deteriorate your lifestyle. Having a business that is not making any progress or not making any profit at all, then that's another way of not having a good lifestyle. There's a lot of different ways, so that's the most common option that I know of. The other one would be minimize your expenses. So by minimizing your expenses, obviously not using any credit card, just eat the bare, when you go out, you don't follow what everyone else is doing. The terms of keeping up with the Joneses, you don't do any of those. You just go based on the path that you're currently living. And if you cut down the expenses, and hopefully with all the income that you save, you tackle the debt. And once you've actually done that, don't do it again in that aspect. And because, like, for me anyway, on my 20s, I did that. Like, I pretty much being frugal. It cost me, let's say a few years of my life of just cleaning up the mess. So the quicker that you realize that which one that is a good day or bad day, make that decision of, I'm going to sell off my asset and I'm just going to live below my mean for a certain number of years in order for me to have some sort of saving. The quicker you do that, the better it is for you. My wife and I had a conversation yesterday. We had a friend of ours, and they were renting out their granny flat or the studio in the back of their property. Now they come to a conclusion they wanted to rent it out. It comes down to two people. One is a single person paying at $400 a week, and another is a couple that is paying $400 a week. Now, because there's only comes down to those two people, the first person, the single person, decided, you know what, I like your property so much, I would like to put a bid that is an extra $30 per week for the next 12 months. Now, in my mind, it's like, I'll go with that because financially it makes sense. However, on this particular couple, my wife thought the same way because financially it's bringing you an extra $30-40 per week. This particular couple, on the other hand, the husband wanted to do the other way, where the husband liked the couple instead of the single person, purely because purely because it's a couple and it's a student, and the student is actually studying the same field as the husband. Now to me, you gotta look at, in anything, like in your property anyway, you gotta look at the end product would be, do you want to service the loan, or do you want someone else's to service the loan, or do you want the extra $40 or $50 per week? Granted, it's not much, but over a period of time that could accumulate. That might be somewhat equivalent to a daycare fee or something for one of the child, or maybe that could be a dine out that you can do once a week if you don't need the money. So, the thought process, eliminate that and look at other ways to earn an income, a further income. Don't get emotionally involved at any transaction when you're looking at businesses. On our eBay transaction as well. There's a lot of people that also put a lot of offers, ridiculous offers, on our product, let's say, that we're actually posting on eBay. I just ignore them purely because it doesn't make any sense when I go in a business and to lose money. Likewise with property, if you go a property that is losing value every week, why would you want to keep it? I'm in a business to make money. We're all in a business to make money. So why would you keep a property that would be losing money? Why would you do a transaction when it's going to cost you money? Doesn't make any sense. Unless obviously you're earning lots and lots of income that you don't really mind losing, like losing here and there. But in the beginning stage, you probably wanted to eliminate that as much as you can, increase your profit as much as you can, increase your profit margin as high as you can, if you can. So yeah, hopefully this will help you guys. What do you do when you have a lot of debt? Increase your income, sell off your asset. A car is another thing, actually. A car is another asset. Some people wanted to keeping up with the Joneses, paying so much for the car. It doesn't make any sense. If your income, let's say $50,000 per year, and you have a car that is worth $50,000 per year, proportionally it does not make any sense. And on top of that, you're probably going to pay that over let's say a financial instrument somehow, like maybe having the car on finance. Does not make any sense. Now, if you're really hurting, the quickest way to get out of that pain would be sell off the car and buy something that you can afford in cash. We both bought our cars in cash. My wife drives a car that is paid off in cash. I drive my car that is paid off in cash. It feels much better not having any payments because I don't have to pay anything, until I buy a new car, in that aspect. So it feels much better, the fact that every day or every week I don't have to worry that X amount of dollars have to go for the car payment company, or X amount of dollars you have to go for, like a car payment or credit card payment, let's say. Hopefully this gives you guys an insight of our lives. So if you like this type of stuff, don't forget to subscribe, comment, guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.